Hello students, uh, welcome to the lecture Types of Entrepreneur. Till now in our previous lectures we have learned what is an entrepreneur, what is entrepreneurship, what is the difference between entrepreneur and entrepreneurship, what are the traits of an entrepreneur. Today we will discuss about what are the different types of entrepreneur. The entrepreneurs in business are of different types on the basis of various parameters. The classification of entrepreneurs is based on business, technology, motivation, growth, area, gender, etc. etc. But the very first type of classification of entrepreneurs was given by Clarence Dunhoff in the year 1949. According to Clarence Dunhoff, there are four types of entrepreneurs: innovative entrepreneurs, imitative entrepreneurs, Fabian entrepreneurs, and drone entrepreneurs. Now, innovative entrepreneurs, who are those who actually do some kind of innovation? They generate the idea, they identify the resources used to implement that idea, then they collect the resources, combine the various resources and actually do the business. Now, how do they generate the idea? They try to identify the opportunity available around them. It may be on new ideas, it may be about the new technology, it may be about finding a new market, and or it may be creating a new organization as a whole. The basic economic development of a country actually is a result of innovative entrepreneurs. Imitative entrepreneurs are exactly opposite to innovative entrepreneurs. They do not innovate. Innovation is not a trait of an imitative entrepreneur. They actually adopt what an imitative entrepreneur has done successfully and try to implement it in a separate setup. So basically the developing countries or the underdeveloped countries, the growth of these type of economies, developed and underdeveloped economies, is based on this imitative entrepreneur. So instead of innovating, what they do, they imitate whatever has been done in some other setup and is successful in it, whether it is technology, whether it is method, whether it is any kind of idea, and they imitate, and it has been tested successfully. So they imitate it in their own setup. Fabian entrepreneur are neither innovative nor imitative purely. Yes, they are not innovative, but imitative means they do not imitate anything or everything that is successful. They find it successful. So they are very cautious about the step they are taking. If any type of innovative idea is successful in some setup, it is not that the Fabian entrepreneurs will take up immediately and try to imitate it in his or her own setup. So they try to analyze it, that whatever has been successful in a particular setup, will it be successful here? So they do not jump into carrying this innovation or innovative idea and implementing it. So they are very skeptical about adopting new innovation and new technology. But yes, when they adopt this technology, when they realize that if they do not do, they will fail and they will be thrown out of the market. So they actually try to imitate when at the last moment, when they think that their existence is now questionable. So at that time they adopt it. Drone entrepreneurs. Drone entrepreneurs are very conservative. Whatever be the situation, they do not try to change. Usually the first generation entrepreneurs, they are like that they have started a business and they are successful, but with the changing environment, changing setup, uh, there is a requirement of changing business pattern, business type, but they do not want to do it. So they are very rigid about what they are doing, that they will not change, and ultimately they are thrown out of the market. So they are not able to strive in a particular market. So now apart from this, there are there are a number of other types of classification based on various other parameters, which is shown in the screen. So basically here in the screen you can see there are 8 parameters on the basis of which the entrepreneurs are classified in various ways. Now the first basis of classification is types of business. So according to the type of business that a person is doing, an entrepreneur is doing, they are of 5 types. That is business entrepreneur, trading entrepreneur, industrial entrepreneur, corporate entrepreneur, and agricultural entrepreneur. Now, who is a business entrepreneur? The business entrepreneurs are individuals who conceive an idea for a new product or service and then create a business to materialize their idea into reality. So what they do, they tap the both production and marketing resources to develop a new business opportunity. They may set up a big establishment or a small unit. So these type of businesses are called small business entrepreneurs when found in small business units such as printing press, etc. In the majority of the cases, the entrepreneurs are found in small trading and manufacturing businesses only. Now the second type of entrepreneur on the basis of business is trading entrepreneur. Now, who is a trading entrepreneur? The entrepreneur who undertakes trading activities and is not concerned with manufacturing work. So nowadays we have seen that people do not manufacture, but they basically try to assemble various things and produce a new product. It's basically they do inventory management. So those type of entrepreneurs are called trading entrepreneurs. Industrial entrepreneurs, and they are basically the manufacturer who identify the potential need of a customer and tailor make the product or services to meet the marketing needs. So here, what is the difference between the business entrepreneur and industrial entrepreneur? The business entrepreneur, they conceive an idea for a new product and then create that product. But industrial entrepreneur, what they do, they identify the potential needs of the customer and then they tailor make the product in the form of, like for example, Maggie, what it did initially, in the beginning, the Maggie product that came to the market, and now the Maggie product that is coming to the market, there is a huge difference. So at the first, it was a case of business entrepreneur. The Maggie, a new thing was being created. It was a 5-minute snack was actually the idea that can be 2 minute mein Maggie. So anything that can be cooked in 2 minutes, a good snack and a filling snack, that was an innovative idea. So that was a case of business entrepreneur. But slowly and steadily, after getting market report, market feedback, now they have customized this according to the needs. Wheat, atta Maggie, then vegetable Maggie. So this is a case of industrial entrepreneur. Corporate entrepreneur is a person who demonstrates his innovative skill in organizing and managing a corporate undertaking. Now, what is a corporate undertaking? It is a form of business organization which is registered under some act that gives it a separate legal entity. Okay, so a corporate entrepreneur is thus an individual who plans, develops and manages a corporate body. Now lastly, the agricultural entrepreneur. They are those entrepreneurs who undertake agricultural activities like raising and crops, fertilizers, manufacturing of fertilizers, etc. They are motivated to raise the productivity of the agriculture through various methods, whether it may be mechanization, irrigation, application of technology, etc., etc. Now coming to the second basis of classification, that is on entrepreneurs on the basis of use of technology can be classified into three types. That is technical entrepreneur, non-technical entrepreneur, professional entrepreneur. A technical entrepreneur is essentially a craftsman. He develops new and improved quality of goods because of his craftsmanship nature. He concentrates more on production than on marketing. Whereas the non-technical entrepreneurs are those who are not concerned with the technical aspects of the product in which they deal. They are mostly concerned only with the developing the alternative marketing and distribution strategies to promote their business. However, professional entrepreneur is slightly different from the technical and non-technical entrepreneur. Now, who is a professional entrepreneur? It is a person who is interested in establishing a business but does not have the interest in managing or operating it once it is established. A professional entrepreneur sells out the running business and starts another venture with the sale proceeds. Such an entrepreneur is dynamic and he conceives new ideas to develop alternative projects. Now, the third basis of classification is on the basis of motivation. So, on the basis of motivation, the entrepreneurs are of four types, that is pure entrepreneur, induced entrepreneur, motivated entrepreneur and spontaneous entrepreneur. Pure entrepreneur is an individual who is motivated by the psychological and economic rewards. He undertakes an entrepreneurial activity for his personal satisfaction in work or status. Induced entrepreneur is one who is induced to take up an entrepreneurial task due to the policy measures of the government and that provides assistance, incentives, concessions and necessary overhead facilities to start a venture. Motivated entrepreneurs are the new entrepreneurs. They are basically motivated by the desire for self-fulfillment. They come into being because of the possibility of making and marketing some new product for the use of customers. Spontaneous entrepreneur. They start their business out of their natural talent. They are persons with they are persons with initiative, boldness and confidence which motivates them to undertake entrepreneurial activity. Now the fourth type of classification is on the basis of growth. Now on the basis of growth, entrepreneurs are classified as growth entrepreneurs and super growth entrepreneurs. When the development of a new venture has a great chance of success, the entrepreneur enters a new and open field of business. The customer approval of the new product gives them psychological satisfaction with enormous profit. The growth entrepreneurs are those who necessarily take up a high growth industry. They choose an industry which has substantial growth projects. However, The growth entrepreneurs are those who have shown enormous growth of performance in their own venture. The growth performance is identified by the liquidity of funds, the profitability, and high capital gearing ratio. The next type of entrepreneurs is on the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership, the entrepreneurs are of three types, that is private entrepreneur, state entrepreneur, and joint entrepreneurs. Now, private entrepreneurs who actually start a new venture in their own, that is a private enterprise. The state entrepreneur, they actually the PSUs who take the support of the state or the government to start a new venture. And joint entrepreneurs are those who actually do not start their business solely on their own, but they try to tie up or amalgamate with others to start a venture. Gender, on the basis of gender, obviously the men entrepreneurs and women entrepreneurs. I hope the students are aware about this. No need to discuss about this. According to the size, it is small scale entrepreneur, medium scale entrepreneur, and large scale entrepreneur. And on the basis of area, that is urban entrepreneur and rural entrepreneur. And urban entrepreneur who belongs to urban area, due to the locational benefit, he establishes a new enterprise in the urban area, whereas the rural entrepreneur who is one who belongs to the rural area and he finds locational benefit in the rural sector and finds government assistance in terms of financial assistance and others, tries to develop some kind of venture in the rural entrepreneur. Usually the rural entrepreneur are the agricultural entrepreneur or the trading entrepreneur. So students, so today we have briefly discussed the various types of entrepreneurs on the basis of various parameters that the entrepreneur faces.